Can I ask you something that you're
Sure.
uniquely qualified to answer? Very few people could answer this, because very few people have been in this struggle for as long as you have. Now, you had, as you point out, the tragic murder of Fred Hampton. You had the FBI doing black bag jobs back in the day, right? And today you've got what you're describing. You've got this debanking going on. You've got a raft of post 9/11 laws that we didn't have before that make it much easier to legally suppress speech. Would you say speech has gotten more free or less free over the course of your time in the struggle?
It's less free. It's less free because the crisis of this system is greater than I've ever seen it in the past. It's less free, but I also believe that in many ways we're much better off today than we were in the 1960s, because even as bad things were happening to us, in some instances we had some idea who was responsible for it. It's never been so flagrant, and that people know about. Don't need a church committee to do it. They tell us who they are when they come at 5 o'clock in the morning and disrupt the entire community. And the thing that may trouble me a bit is that the tendency that the state uses when it wants to take away democratic rights, constitutional rights, is they'll pick someone or some entity that they assume is going to be unpopular, not popular enough in the public arena that they can get away with doing it. They're picking an issue like Russia. They've done so much work over the years. They're supposed to be scared of Russia. And black people, especially black militants, this is supposed to be the boogeyman. And even the thing they've done with Trump, I'm concerned because some of this stuff is free speech stuff. And I'm no Trump fan or anything like that. But if they can get people who hate Trump to unite with attacking democratic rights, free speech and stuff like that, they've assaulted free speech, not Trump. And that means everybody's free speech is under assault and not just Trump. And that's what I'm really hoping that white people can see through this thing, because when the First Amendment was passed in 1791, that was not for black people. We were still living under slavery in 1865 before that was over. So the First Amendment was not for us. And so now, because we forced our way into the public arena in a fashion that makes it difficult for them to say that the First Amendment is not for black people, like they did in 1857 with the Dred Scott decision, said that a black person has no right that a white person has to respect. They can't say that anymore. They say that was the worst law that ever come from the Supreme Court on the one hand, but on the other hand, they make it clear that that's still the case. And so they can't say that so clearly anymore. And the thing is that the white people really have to, and I believe that's a different situation. There's 117 cities that people who are part of the solidarity movement, white people, are working with this movement. And going into September 3rd, I think we still have enough room as a consequence of this kind of discussion we're having now and people being aware of it, that we can help the court to recognize that the people know that it's an assault upon the people, and hopefully the court will rule according to law on some of these motions that we filed to get these charges dismissed before September 3rd.
All right. Well, there are dozens more questions we have for you, but we are up against 3 o'clock. I know you have another call. I would love to talk to you again sooner than later.
Absolutely.
Truly a pleasure and an honor to have you this afternoon. And stay in touch. We'll get the word out about September 3rd, and we'd love to have you on definitely between now and then, for sure.
Thank you. Please do. Let's do it again. I thank you.
All right. And that's
Hands Off Uhuru.
Handsoffuhuru.org.
Handsoffuhuru.org. Definitely want to put the website up here so we have that in the clip, as they say. Omali Yeshitela, Chairman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please clap.